Imagine the smartest pet in the world. It can open jars, it can solve puzzles, it can recognize people, it can squeeze through a hole the size of its own eye. It has 8 arms, 3 hearts, blue blood, skin that changes color like a living screen, and a brain so strange it feels almost alien. So the question sounds obvious. Could humans ever domesticate octopuses? At first, it feels like yes. Humans domesticated wolves into dogs. We turned wild cattle into cows, wild boars into pigs, and jungle fowl into chickens. If we can reshape animals over generations, why not the octopus? But domestication is not just keeping an animal in a tank. A tiger in a cage is not domesticated. A dolphin doing tricks is not domesticated. Even an octopus that takes food from a human hand is not domesticated. True domestication means we change a species across generations. We select the calmer ones, the ones that breed well around humans, the ones that tolerate routine stress and dependence. And that is where the octopus becomes difficult. The first obstacle is its social life. Most animals humans domesticated can live in groups. Dogs came from pack animals, sheep, goats, cows, and horses had herd life. Even chickens had social hierarchies. That matters because domestication begins with tolerance. An animal that already understands living near others has a head start. It can handle repeated contact rules and group pressure. Most octopuses are different. They are mostly solitary hunters. In the wild, one octopus usually wants a den, territory, food, and escape routes. Put too many together, and the problem is not just stress. It can become fighting, injury, even cannibalism. And this creates a strange contradiction. The octopus may be smart enough to learn from humans, but not socially built to live with us. A wolf already had a social brain. Humans did not create that from nothing. They redirected it. Domestication turned those instincts toward humans. An octopus does not start from the same place. The second problem is time. Domestication needs generations, many. Humans did not create dogs in a weekend. They selected behavior again and again across thousands of years. For that to work, the animal needs to breed reliably under human control. Octopuses make this harder. Many species live fast and die young. They grow quickly, reproduce once, and then decline. A female may guard her eggs, stop eating, and die after they hatch. That means there is very little family culture to shape. With dogs, young animals could learn from older animals and from humans. But many octopuses are born tiny, vulnerable, and forced to survive alone. So even if you bred a calmer octopus, the next generation would not grow up watching a parent cooperate with humans. You would mostly be selecting genes, not building tradition. And raising the young is difficult. Feeding them correctly can be hard. Keeping water conditions stable can be hard. Preventing stress can be hard. So the question changes. It is not, can an octopus learn? The real question is, can humans create a stable, multi-generation octopus population that becomes calmer, easier to breed, less aggressive, and dependent on us? That is much less certain. Now comes the third problem, intelligence itself. We often imagine intelligence makes an animal easier to domesticate, but sometimes intelligence makes captivity harder. A cow does not need to solve a puzzle every day to stay sane. A chicken does not need a complex underwater playground. But an octopus explores. It touches, it tests, it escapes. It learns where the lid is weak. It notices patterns. It can become bored. This kind of mind is powerful, but it is also a welfare challenge. A simple tank may not be a home. It may be a prison with clear walls. And that is where the debate becomes uncomfortable. Some people are interested in octopus farming because octopuses grow fast and are valuable. But farming is not the same as domestication. Farming can mean forcing a wild-minded animal into an artificial system before we truly understand what it needs. With octopuses, this question becomes sharper because their intelligence is not familiar intelligence. A dog looks at us and we recognize something social. A crow solves a problem and we see strategy. But an octopus thinks with a nervous system partly spread through its arms. Its intelligence evolved in a world of rocks, shells, predators, hiding places, and sudden attacks. So maybe the octopus is not a future pet. Maybe it is a warning. Domestication works best when human needs overlap with an animal's natural design. Dogs wanted social bonds. Cattle tolerated groups. Chickens could breed quickly. Cats entered human settlements because rodents were there. But what is the deal for an octopus?
We offer food, but we also offer walls. We offer safety, but also boredom.
Could humans someday domesticate octopuses? Technically, maybe. With enough time, selective breeding technology, and knowledge of their biology, humans might create octopuses that tolerate captivity better than wild ones. But the deeper answer is probably this. The harder question is not whether we can, it is whether domestication is the right goal. An octopus is not a failed dog. It is not an unfinished pet. It is a completely different experiment in what a mind can be. And perhaps the most human thing we can do is not to domesticate it, but to admit that intelligence does not always need to belong to us.